This is a download from BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good morning, this is Frida Liu. It's open for business. Yes, we're speaking to two more finalists from the Bank BizSmart SME Innovation Challenge. There are 20 finalists, and it's 11th and 12th one, two of which have been on Open for Business. Elaine Ho, Chopstick Diner, and Chris Chan from Snapsell. It was your partner that came on air instead. So how did you guys hear about this challenge?
Well, me first.
Yeah.
I'm Elaine from Chopstick Diner. And basically, I was actually in Australia when I actually joined this challenge. I received a few phone calls from Alliance Bank. They said, hey, I think this business this challenge is quite suited for you. You should join it. And then I actually looked it up on the internet and read it up. And of course, the prize money is very enticing. Any money is good for a startup. So, and then I actually joined it, and I actually didn't even tell my family about it when I submitted my application, and only after I clicked send, and I told my husband, I was like, hey, guess what? I just joined this Alliance Bank SME competition. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, and this was during your confinement.
Yes, that's right. I had lots of time on my hand, when the baby was sleeping and things like that. And that's when I just burned my midnight oil and sent in my application.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris? How did you hear about this?
Yeah, I'm Chris from Snapsell. Basically, we had a couple of friends who just said, "Hey, Alliance BizSmart is up for open for applications, and go apply." And then at the same time, we received an email from Lillian from Alliance Bank as well, asking us to join. So we thought, okay, two people have
given you the sign.
Yeah, so it's a sign. So we just say, okay, let's just email it in and let's see what happens next. And we were really surprised to get a call back and say, hey, we're in to pitch for the final place. Yeah, so we're really excited.
What was the pitching like for you guys?
For me, I was actually really, really nervous, and it was actually quite funny because I actually brought some lunch boxes for the judges. Yeah. And then in the middle of the presentation, Tan Sri was like, so Elaine, how much does this lunch box cost? And I was like, 16 ringgit. And he goes like, okay, everybody pay up. Oh. Yeah. So that was quite funny. I actually was quite paiseh to receive money from them. And then, my husband was waiting for me. And then after that, I went to speak to him. And I was like, actually quite disappointed. I was actually quite nervous speaking in front of all these people. And I didn't have high hopes, but I was like, really surprised when I got a call from Alliance Bank. They said, hey, you're in the
top 20.
And so I'm actually quite glad they actually bought my business idea.
And the lunch.
Yeah.
What about you? What was the pitching process like?
The pitching process was quite simple. We just rocked up to the Grand Hyatt, and it was a really, really nice place. And we were really nervous because me and Sui, the founder, he was thinking, no, we can't do this. And I just had to go, it's okay, it's all right, you can do this.
We won't die.
Yeah, we're not. And think of everyone as, I won't say naked. Yeah, they'll be all right.
That strategy never works.
It's more distracting than anything.
Okay. So, I know you guys have been on, but do tell us about your business, Snapsell, what it does.
Well, Snapsell is an online mobile marketplace whereby everybody can actually sell and buy easily via their mobile. And we really want to enable the average Malaysian to just sell and buy easily through their mobiles. Yeah.
Okay. Now, and for you, Chopstick Diner, it's food, obviously.
Yes. So Chopstick Diner brings convenience to people who actually want to eat healthy. We deliver healthy lunch boxes right to your doorsteps. So, you don't have to, people who want to eat healthy, they don't have to think about going to the supermarket, preparing the food. We actually bring all this right to their doorsteps. And the lunch boxes that we prepare isn't something that is too scary to eat. People look at so much greens and they're like, a bit put off, but our lunch boxes, we try and make it as tasty as possible. So that's
okay.
How it works.
Now, both of you are in a business where there is competition, and it's so. What would you say would be your USP?
For Snapsell, we'd like to try to tell everyone that it's safe to sell online, and we've enabled a payment system whereby when the buyer pays the seller, we will hold the payment first until the seller sends, then we will release the payment. So we try to minimize fraud as much as possible if the buyer pays via our system.
Okay, isn't that the case for the other suppliers, the other people who provide the same sort of...
Yes, they do that as well. Then that's why we also implemented a live customer service system. So if there's actually any problems, someone's there to talk to them. Being a startup, we can be a bit more flexible. So the other players will have more like, please email us, then someone will reply to you in 24 hours. And we found that having a live customer service, it works because everyone likes the instant reply.
Right.
So through our chat system on the app, someone actually is there to
24 hours?
Well, it depends on how late that person stays up. But we try to make it quite fast, almost 24 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what would be so unique about what you offer?
Well, for Chopstick Diner, this whole business started as a passion, and my degree in food science. I wanted to eat something healthy in Malaysia. I'm not a person that was from a sales background or even have any business background. So actually, this whole thing started because of my degree in food science and my passion to eat healthy, and also spreading the word and hopefully this healthy eating culture to Malaysians. I'm hoping that through my lunch boxes, when people eat it, and maybe follow me through social media or anything like that, I would be able to, educate them.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about what has happened, because we spoke to you, Elaine, last year, and the Snapsell a couple of months ago, right? So we'll talk a little bit about the development since then. After this, I'm here with Elaine Ho from Chopstick Diner and Chris Chan from Snapsell. You're listening to Open for Business, BFM 89.9.
Built for marketeers. BFM 89.9.
It's Open for Business. Good morning. This is Frida Liu. I'm here with Elaine Ho from Chopstick Diner and Chris Chan from Snapsell. They're two of the 20 finalists who made it for the Bank BizSmart SME Innovation Challenge. That challenge, of course, is back for the third year, and they've got prizes worth up to 1 million. So obviously, that's why these ladies are taking part. Now, we talked about, we spoke to you, Elaine, last year, and to Snapsell a couple of months ago. What's changed in your business since then?
Well, for me, when we last spoke, I was actually still working from home. I was only sleeping like maybe 2 hours a night. Everything was like done manually. I even did deliveries myself, sometimes. So all that hard work. And we have grown since. We have now a central kitchen, a team of 6 people. And I have taken a step back and also focused more on the business development, meeting people, collaborations, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And in terms of how you want to expand the business, what are your plans?
Well, definitely looking down the road of even perhaps franchising, having more central kitchens around KL, because now our delivery is quite limited to the KL city center, Bangsa Damansara Heights area. If we will be able to have central kitchens around and maybe franchise it out somehow,
right?
And perhaps even get working moms like myself to actually there's something else to do besides taking care of kids,
right?
Basically, so looking down that direction.
Yeah, and you sure it's possible because you've got a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 3-month-old.
Yes, and the business has just started. I mean, it's still quite new.
You got a lot of babies.
Yes, a lot of babies. So if I can do it, any working mom out there can do it.
Right. Yeah. And for you, what's happened in the last couple of months?
Well, for Snapsell, we are very tech-oriented. So since the last feature, we're really happy to say that we were on the App Store several times. And this is something that we can't buy. So that was a really major achievement for us. And then after that, we've received some seller interest to come online to the mobile space. So we're very certain certain that being in the mobile space for a marketplace is the right place to be. And moving ahead from that, we managed to get some collaborations with GrabCar from My Taxi, and also trying to do some collaborations with companies like Milk Deal to just expand our reach to their subscribers and vice versa.
Okay, how did you collaborate with GrabCar?
Oh, that was really interesting. It was just really done on the fly. We just messaged them and said, hey, we're from Snapsell. We're like an app. You're an app. Do you want to collaborate? And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? So basically, we just tried to tell people, or actually we did tell people, look, for the next month download our app and you'll get GrabCar vouchers. And then if you download the GrabCar vouchers, you get to use the GrabCar cash vouchers and use them for 2 rides. So in that sense, we're really excited to have partnered with someone so big. Yeah, for someone like us that's so small.
Okay, so this sort of things like works win-win for both.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so now you guys have gone for a couple of coaching classes. Was that lean marketing and strategic influencing, right? So what have you learned from these classes? And of course, meeting with Tan Sri Liu himself.
For Snapsell, I think the main thing I learned was how to define your business in under a minute, which is one of the most important things, I think. Because right now, one of the problems I think we face is trying to make your business come across as simple and easy to understand. So the lean marketing was really, really helpful for me personally. Yeah.
Okay, so that was lean marketing for you. Yeah. What about yourself, Elaine?
Well, for me, like the strategy influencing, it's, what I learned was, influence is top down.
Right.
So, you have to be a good manager, a good boss to actually lead a team, because people actually look up to you, and it's important to actually walk the talk. Yeah? And, in terms of lean marketing, you don't have to spend like thousands of dollars. Startups, we don't have money. You can just rely maybe perhaps on social media or like things that collaborations, things like that help win-win situations.
So things that you haven't done before, or and it was completely new for you.
It's basically what we've done before, but I guess emphasizing on the fact that
it is important.
It is important that you don't have to spend so much money. Yeah.
Okay, so if you win, right, whoever it may be, what will you do, in terms of expansion? Is that the same strategy with your with whatever you're planning to do anyway? After going for the coaching classes and meeting Tan Sri, has your business direction changed?
Not for Snapsell. We are still very clear on what we like to execute. But being the smallest player in this mobile marketplace space, we have to be really strategic with how we spend the money. So we've got a whole plan of how much to spend on Facebook or social media, how much to spend offline, especially. And what was good with the BizSmart training was that they showed us that offline marketing doesn't need to be really expensive either. It can be it can be done, if it's done well, we can even have billboards up for a very affordable rate. So I thought that was very eye-opening for me, because I used to think it costs like hundreds of thousands of ringgit to have a billboard. But yeah, so thanks to the training, it was very eye-opening to know that it can be very affordable.
Right.
As for me, Chopstick Diner, what I would like, to do with the money is to actually invest in the people, because I think that's how the business can grow. Send them for trainings, like the training done by Leaderonomics, it's like amazing. So it would be great if we could actually, get, people in my team to actually attend these kind of trainings and have the money to actually, send them for these kind of trainings. And also, I definitely would like to revamp my website. Website's pretty simple at the moment. There's lots of features that can't be done. Very simple, straightforward ordering. And of course, I'd like to revamp it and make it better.
Make it better. So this is the plan if you win, and we'll find out. No, not next month, the month after next. Coming soon.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So thanks for sharing with us your plans, and all the best with this challenge. I've been speaking to Elaine Ho from Chopstick Diner and Chris Chan from Snapsell, finalists for the Alliance Bank BizSmart SME Innovation Challenge. You're listening to Open for Business, BFM 89.9.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To find more great interviews, go to bfm.my or find us on iTunes. BFM